Isco with the dancing feet. And went for the deceit.
Isco again with the skill. And just gets feeling the effects of that challenge from Casemiro.
Messi, surely. For most players on the planet, you'd say an impossible angle. But it's Messi standing over the ball. He goes for it. He almost gets it. You could see Navas half expecting something like that.
Of course, he was just over the crossbar. Didn't really ever look as...
Casemiro! Looking for the element of surprise, but now catching out. Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Iniesta. Jordi Alba. Tight. Messi's there. Brave, decisive save from Navas.
It's better from Barcelona, isn't it? Opening up that space. It's a wonderful pass from Iniesta. There's Jordi Alba.
Isco. Vidal stands off him, gives Isco space. Oh, it's a great save from ter Stegen. Pure reflex after Gareth Bale whisked it in.
It's a snapshot from Gareth Bale. Again, Isco causing all sorts of problems. Vidal backing into his own penalty area, not giving too much help from any of his teammates in terms of defending one against Isco.
Heads up, and Titi climbs highest. Gerard Deulofeu down. This is Casemiro. Looking for Bale at the far post, and Bale came clambering in.
There's a grimace again from Gareth Bale. He should be favourite again at the far post.
Sharpest mind down there is Isco. Now Marcelo. PK! Never out of the headlines in a Clásico, but it's a negative headline for Gerard Piqué. Something he never wanted to do, and that is score for Real Madrid.
It was good decisive attacking play from Real Madrid. Both teams have had success with getting players into positions around the byline. Of course, no surprise to see Marcelo getting into that position. Nice pass from Isco. Just times the pass well. Isco takes it, the touch, and places it into the path for Marcelo. Who knows if he hits it across in that position in the 6-yard box with a bit of power, it's going to cause the defenders all sorts of problems, and that's exactly what happens. To the pleasure. And Real sees his side. Real Madrid go 1-0 ahead. The first leg away from home.
Words of Zinedine Zidane, who said that Neymar was irreplaceable. Away goes Benzema. Bale points to where he'd like it. He's ahead of the action. It comes off Piqué again. Heart-in-mouth moment for Gerard Piqué.
Yeah, an attack there.
Caresses the ball to Rakitic. Flying down the right-hand side is Vidal. Carvajal steps over it. Chance for Deulofeu. Oh, and it was 1 footstep away from Lionel Messi.
A good reaction from Barcelona to going a goal behind. Just up the pace in terms of tempo in attack. Vidal with the first cross initially to try and find Messi. And Deulofeu again.
Well, that's the moment he dreamed about all of his life, Gerard Deulofeu, the Barcelona supporter who's made the first team in his first Clásico, a chance to score.
He's looking to pass it across the
Marcelo. So much space. Benzema draws Piqué, puts it across. Carvajal! How did that not go in? A remarkable clearance. As Barcelona was so stretched. All the people leading the charge, it was Dani Carvajal. Barcelona looking shaky. Whisked away. Suarez! A necessary touch from Keylor Navas.
It's unrealistic, isn't it, to expect Deulofeu to be the replacement for Neymar. He's doing his best there to get the equaliser.
Real Madrid's task is to keep Barcelona quiet. This is Suarez. Oh, Varane almost replicated the own goal at the other end of the field.
I thought it was in.
I was about to say at the end of that sentence, 22 Clásicos since Real Madrid kept a clean sheet against Barcelona. Becoming far more entertaining as the superstar's legs are tiring. Here's Cristiano Ronaldo's offside. All the celebrations, Cristiano.
Not a massive protest, but he's just inquiring as to whether he...
Messi almost knocks the head off Varane. Then Suarez stands his ground. He's got a chance. Oh, Busquets. The goal was open, and he's wishing that the ground would open up. Keeper had slipped, nobody there to stop him, and he squanders the opportunity to equalise.
It's the defensive midfield player.
Rakitic not seen by the referee. Messi, brilliant save, brilliant second save from Keylor Navas. Oh, that would have been a controversial moment. This is Luis Suarez looking for Lionel Messi. Messi tries to go through the legs. Luis Suarez is there, and the referee has a big decision to make as there's a collision between Keylor Navas and Suarez. And the delegation of Real Madrid is falling on the deaf ears of Senor Bengochea. System, who's blinded on the far side, tells him. Did Suarez ride that? Was he anticipating it?
Well, Suarez gets the first touch. He's anticipating the contact. He's on his way down. I think there is contact from Keylor Navas. Navas throws himself full length. Suarez gets the first touch. He does catch it. Gives his leg at the angle where if Navas is going to touch it, it's going to bring him down.
Lionel Messi in the Clásico extends his record of scoring in this magical fixture. Messi on the spot. Dani Carvajal. Here's Isco. Has Cristiano Ronaldo still got the legs? Yes, look at him fly. Moves inside Ronaldo! Cristiano Ronaldo! He's in good shape.
That's typical, absolutely brilliant. Turning Defoto into Isco, return pass. And from here, it's a clear sight and goal for Ronaldo as it cuts inside on his right foot. The power, the accuracy, right into the top corner, to Stegen at full length. What did you say, 3 days, 4 days training?
A lot of hype about transfers in the summer. This is a game that needs no hype. It's Cristiano Ronaldo. He goes nose to turf. He's got a penalty. Oh no! He thought he had a penalty. Behind you, Cristiano. He was booked for taking his shirt off, and now he's being booked in the eyes of the referee for taking a dive.
And then we do see a quite significant push by Ronaldo on the referee. It's been action-packed, hasn't it? We came on with 60 minutes gone. A bit of everything from Ronaldo.
Well, 2 yellow cards and a goal. He thought he'd won the penalty. He turned around and Titi certainly made a contact with him. Ronaldo's legs gave way. He may argue in his defence that his momentum took him over.
Well, he will argue in his defence, I think.
By Vasquez. Vasquez has support from Asensio, maybe not quite the dynamic run of Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, but he gets the finish of Ronaldo! Well, last season a star was born in Asensio, and this young man is something special. A Clásico goal for Marco Asensio. Only 21 years of age. Take a note of that name, you're going to hear a lot of it in the next decade or so.
He's almost demanding now that Zidane includes him in the starting 11. He is that good. 21 years of age, getting better and better. And at this moment in time, he deserves to be up amongst the elite. He's not a youngster looking to get minutes and play here and there. He has the quality, the ability to be truly world-class. That's a fantastic strike.
It's a very similar run and a very similar finish, okay, with the other foot, but not a winner tonight. He was outshone by Cristiano Ronaldo's goal, then Ronaldo getting...
It will be Barcelona to get us underway. Luis Suarez. And off we go in Miami.
And it's incredibly intense from the off, and this surely will continue that trend, because there can't be a friendly match between these sides. Manchester United, Manchester City, very early on, Vincent Kompany clattered Romelu Lukaku as if to say, welcome to Manchester.
Ankle problem. Let's have a look again. Was there contact from Carvajal here, or was it just an awkward twist? It seemed like that to me initially. I don't think there was any contact from Carvajal. Ramos jumped in there, and Messi's in behind. There's space as Lionel Messi cuts back on the inside, deflected. What a start! And it's Lionel Messi against Real Madrid again, inside 3 minutes, with the aid of a big deflection. He didn't win the ball, there was space, and how ruthlessly Barcelona and Messi exploited it.
Continuing where he left off from the last meeting of these sides, 92nd minute winner at the Bernabeu back in April in that 5-goal thriller, and he was able to
and again a little ragged at the back from Real Madrid. Here's Neymar, stabs it on the inside towards Suarez, runs for Rakitic. 2-0, a fraction over 6 minutes played, and Barcelona cutting loose against Real Madrid in Miami. What a finish from Ivan Rakitic.
Keylor Navas is furious with his teammates in front of him. It wasn't the quickest build-up from Barcelona on that occasion, but Rakitic, well, a lovely goal that was. He does it.
Rakitic has just been that eye-catching technical player throughout his career. Through Basel and Schalke and on to Sevilla, where he won a Europa League. And Messi, and they've worked it well to Alba. Tricks coming out early from Barcelona. Messi again, Carvajal standing off, Casemiro likewise. And Iniesta eases it right-hand side, Alex Vidal. Plenty of zip on that one.
Playing through the pain in this first half.
Look at that, simple from Busquets again, and then Suarez knowing that Messi was going down. It was the obvious ball to play, knowing you would get the free kick.
And a sure sign that this match matters. Modric, Ramos.
Yeah, he's in for a busy night, isn't he? If you're late joining us, Messi and Rakitic with the goals in the opening 7 minutes. Here is Neymar towards Suarez, lovely touch to take it on the chest, stolen march on Carvajal.
And it's keeping with the theme of the match so far. Real Madrid sluggish, Barcelona a lot sharper.
A bit on Carvajal. And no surprise to see the reaction from the Real Madrid man. I think has a case here.
Wanted to show they're getting one. There was the
Madrid midfield in this area of the pitch. Kovacic, line to one up. Oh, that's a cracking finish. Deficit reduced. Arrowed into the bottom corner from Mateo Kovacic.
Fans came
From Mateo Kovacic, who gets the start tonight with Toni Kroos on the bench. Casemiro, but found the route to goal last season. Here goes Marcelo. Asensio. Marcelo again, peeking out from the middle, gets his cross in. A good loose ball picked up by Neymar. Drifts on the inside of Bale. So the dummy to Modric, then it's Rakitic.
Yeah, Luka Modric left his shooting boots behind him in Madrid. It's a good opportunity against Manchester City as well that he skied. Didn't have much option here but to shoot.
Sillerson just about. Carvajal with that recovery pace. Casemiro, Neymar still going. Suarez. Ramos steps out of the tackle.
The victim on this occasion, but he was the culprit a couple of times before that. Carvajal had a kick out at him before.
Frenchman Varane didn't do a whole lot wrong there, but I think Neymar had momentum and he knew how it would look if he ended up on the deck. Attacking talent, some of the best in the business, and Neymar fancies it. Four-man wall. So Neymar or Messi. Midway point of the first half, it's Lionel Messi. And Varane, having conceded the free kick, stood strong in that wall.
Yeah, they had a lot of free kicks against Juventus, actually, Barcelona. Need some more practice ahead of...
To his left-hand side, Messi. Beautifully weighted that. Neymar into the penalty area. The alarm bell's ringing again for Real Madrid. Tried to play in Messi as he was eating up the ground in support.
Just one-on-one.
Super turn from Bale. Asensio looking offside. And that's confirmed now. I think he wanted Benzema to take that on, knowing he was offside, Marco Asensio. These muscular issues. It's the offside again against Asensio. Put in all that pre-season work, the hard work.
Barcelona game when they were swept aside, he said it's tough at the best of times, but when you're training as hard as they were, it was next to impossible.
Iniesta picking up the loose ball. Suarez makes his move. Iniesta back out to Neymar. Angle is tight, looks to bend one far corner.
Team as well. Only to regain his place.
With Pepe moving on as well, Nacho is a possibility in the centre half or left back. But Varane, when he arrived from Lens, there were all those Hierro comparisons, just the way he plays the game. Marcelo's crossing headed away by Piqué. Sergio Ramos alongside him. And Varane might have to step across on Suarez here. Suarez early for Neymar. Great chance. Takes the extra touch. Neymar! Oh, and like Benzema at the other end.
You can see the bench. The Barcelona bench. Many of the substitutes and the manager off it. Good ball from Suarez. Everything Neymar has touched has turned to gold in this tournament.
Not exactly how much is in it. Iniesta scampering forward. Messi, it's wide open. What a chance for Lionel Messi.
Not often you say this about Messi, but that was a terrible finish for a player of his talent.
Just again looking at Iniesta's role in it, he always seems to make Edwards to inject that little bit of pace. Sloppy from Real Madrid. Messi won't miss this time, will he? Lionel Messi denied by Keylor Navas. Real Madrid at 6s and 7s back there.
It maybe a little bit unlucky just before that. Messi got around Varane but not past Navas.
Inside, Kovacic could be in again here. Benzema on his inside. It's Asensio, he's taken it beautifully. Is this the moment? It is. Flashing finish from Marco Asensio. And it's all square 2-2, an exhilarating first half. And what a counter-attack.
Marco Asensio, the 21-year-old, was superb there. The pace to get away from his man. He made the right choice with the pass as well. And Kovacic held up, but got the pass away again. A misjudgment.
Here is Neymar. Iniesta. Oh, and a little bit of, well, you get me one earlier. There's one back from Carvajal. Never disguised that, did he?
To his shoulder, just like Neymar did last time.
Ernesto Valverde not as impressed.
He'd grow as a person and as a player if he took on the challenge of...
Suarez shows for it to feed. Instead it's back with Rakitic. And Titi. Sergio Roberto as well, who did a good job filling in at right back last season, though not a natural defender. But if he comes through the system at Barcelona...
I think around that time as well, they lost at Malaga. Neymar sent off in that match and that cost them in the league.
There goes Jordi Alba. For a little intricate touch on the inside. Jesus Vallejo.
Up two-legged affair against Barcelona.
Taken short to Messi, who receives it back again. Here is Busquets onto Sergio Roberto. Alba down that left-hand side. Little ball to Neymar. He's taking on and beating Casemiro again. Former Sao Paulo man, taking down the ex-Santos man.
I've been very impressed with him in this tournament. He's brought his
Neymar himself to take. Umtiti around the back. Piqué! Great finish. Great delivery from Neymar. And Piqué just guides it home. Barcelona back in front.
Asian. Real Madrid switching off again at the start of the half. Nacho losing Piqué. They looked in vain for an offside flag. Lovely ball in from Neymar. Quite a good finish too. Should have gone for 5-4 maybe.
Piqué out to Vidal. Senior national cap back in 2015, Alex Vidal. Fresh, if you're not one of those that was regularly in the starting 11. Neymar's on the deck, Carvajal. The look of injured innocence.
Many of the managers have been saying that playing in these big arenas, especially for the younger players, is important as well. Jose Mourinho, the Manchester United boss, stressed that. He wanted to see how his young players could cope with the pressure of playing a big team.
Messi. Beautiful bounce again, slides it through, cleverly let run. It's Neymar around the goalkeeper, but couldn't find the finish. Superb from Messi, and was it Suarez with the presence of mind? Almost a 4-2 lead here.
Yeah, should have been 4-2. Took too many touches.
Inside to Suarez. Walks it on one more. Sergio Roberto. Neymar on his outside. And Sergio got himself there.
Yeah, great play before that. A step over from Alba. And Keylor Navas did very well there in second viewing.
His international teammate, here goes Marcelo into the penalty area, still going. Little nick on that as well. Citizen down smartly to his right hand side.
Professional pride kicking in for Real Madrid. They don't want to lose to Barcelona. Easy save for Citizen to make. He hasn't had taken off more often than some of the bigger players. So effective though, and he had a good game against Manchester City as well.
Oh, brilliant balling behind Suarez. Look for the first time finish, but the weight on that to take it away from Nacho.
Yeah, hasn't scored on this tour yet. There's a reshaped Real Madrid defence, but Barcelona creating so many chances now.
Neymar, wonderful first touch. Kovacic gets there to the end line, half pound away, and Titi off the line. And now Lucas Vazquez as Real Madrid look to counter. Held up by Rakitic. Here's Vallejo. And Marcelo. Wonderful ball for Isco. Benzema through the middle. Real Madrid's turn end to end in Miami. Isco again. Oh, it's Citizen, that's a good save. Body weight was going the other way, adjusted well, the Dutch goalkeeper.
Excellent save, Isco doing very well.
Very late at night, 11 o'clock kick-off local time. And it hasn't cooled down, it's 87 degrees in the Spanish capital. Naval, that's the coach of Real Madrid. Well, kick-off, hoping they can key to success for Real Madrid last year. The fact that often he could make 9 changes, it would have no effect. Asensio comes into the team, plays it back to Modric. Very off
was on target. We saw the great movement of Asensio lashing onto that channel ball from Marcelo. Does well to cut it back to Modric, and an interesting attempted finishing.
Awesome. Look at that. This boy knows no bounds. No danger. They backed off him, and how he punished them.
Just as I was mentioning that Modric for the attempted finish, there's a successful finish. How good is this young player? There's no stopping him for himself. Fantastic young player. Scored on Sunday, and that's another classic.
Well, there's nothing on, is there? He's 30 yards out, they back off him, and Ter Stegen can only stand and stare in amazement at the Prince of Madrid.
Well, you say Ter Stegen can only stare. I think he can and should be making an attempt, making a dive. It's almost as if he believes it's going over the crossbar. It's not right in the top corner. Don't get me wrong, it's a spectacular finish. A great shot, a great attempt at goal. But you would hope your goalkeeper would make more of an...
Busquets. Sharana, cute chip to Luis Suarez.
Two signs of improvement from Barcelona. A bit of possession, making good use of it.
Lionel Messi, they have to do it all on his own, the way things are developing tonight. Roberto, back to Lionel Messi, who's capable of doing it all on his own. And committed keeping from Messi to Suarez. Alba. Messi. Suarez beat to the ball by
3-3, but good disciplined play by the attacking wide players.
This is Kovacic, who's bursting with confidence as well. Asensio sends Marcelo down the fast lane. Marcelo cross, and Ter Stegen wisely just pulled his hand out of the way with Benzema on the prowl.
Jordial with a pass into Messi. Just evades Suarez. Ramos gets the clearance. Marcelo unlucky. Just as we're talking about good defensive shape, good tactics, system of play from Real Madrid. Those attacking fullbacks, Marcelo that gets forward, and Messi at the moment is the only bright spark, isn't it?
Modric. Marcelo. They've got a spare man on this near side in Vasquez. Great take by Vasquez. Creates space for himself. Ronaldo-like step over. They do look like scoring every time they're sharp end of things this time.
Well, such a difference, Rob, in terms of the pace of the teams. Everything that Real Madrid are doing is quick. With them